Hey, it's Niall. This is the definitive video about how to make money online. I'm going to run you through 73 distinct ways you can do it, from earning a few dollars side income each month to millions of dollars per year. And for each method, I'll show you an example of someone who is already doing it and how much money they're making. Because if they can do it, there's a good chance that you can too. By the end of this video, I guarantee you will have a whole bunch of ideas for how you too can start making money online today. Oh, and just a heads up, the craziest ways to make money online, I've saved those for last. Let's get into it. Alright, so this is all based on this article that I've completely updated for 2025. The info you'll find here is based on my experience earning a living online since 2010, including $1 million earned from my last business, which I posted there on X. It's based on thousands of hours researching ways to make money online and input from thousands of entrepreneurs, yada, yada, yada. This whole thing is structured based on the 6 levels, 19 types of online business. It's a framework I came up with, and it's basically to give you an idea of the big picture. It's like a map showing you the key features of each territory. Use the map to cut through confusion and overwhelm and decide which type of online business is the best fit for your goals and abilities. So here are the 19 types of online business. You can check the article and read more about this yourself, but I'm going to try and fly through it here. So 19 types of online business, and then I break them down into 6 different levels, which will make more sense in a minute. So you have your level 1 novice, easy stuff to start with, but not going to earn you much money. And then it goes all the way up to level 5 distinguished, the most complex, difficult, expensive, but the rewards here can be massive. And then level X is a wild card, which is some fun stuff we'll get into at the end. These are generalizations. You could make a lot of money from a level 2 business, maybe even more from a specific level 4 business, but it's all there to just kind of give you a good sense of the different ways of making money online and how they compare to each other. You'll see the quick and easy opportunities listed first, and as you scroll down, the earning potential tends to increase along with the level of difficulty. None of the real-world examples on this page represent how much money you would earn with a similar business. Their purpose is simply to show you what's possible. So that's a quick disclaimer. Let's get into level 1. Level 1, these type of businesses, they're okay for side income or beer money, but hard to earn a living from these. About this mountain graphic, it's just a way to visualize the different levels, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and level X at the bottom. Imagine yourself as the little red person there, and the higher the level represented by these mountain peaks, the bigger the potential reward, but the harder it is to reach. Level X is like trying to fly a hot air balloon to the top of the mountain. It either takes a lot of skill and practice, or you have to get lucky with the weather, or both. These levels will make more sense as we go through this. All right, so the first level 1 type of business is GetPaidTo, often abbreviated to GPT. This is the type of work pretty much anyone can do online. You rarely need specific skills or qualifications. Popular GPT tasks include completing surveys, watching videos, or participating in research studies. The offers tend to be small and frequent, or big and rare. Each offer gives you the chance to earn or save money. So the first example I'm going to give you here is complete online surveys. So Swagbucks is a site where you can do this, and that's the best site we've found for earning money online with surveys. And you can see the site here, looks like that. And they basically ask you pretty simple questions and you just fill out surveys. You can earn $2 to $6 per hour. We've profiled this guy who reported on YouTube his earnings recently. So that's about what you can expect. And we have a system to review a lot of survey sites, 38 of them we keep track of, and Swagbucks at the moment is number 1. You can see here we have a big table with all the survey sites that we keep updated a few times per year. On to number 2, watch ads. You can earn a little money watching ads via the Freecash website or app. You can do this with a bunch of different apps. They basically just pay you to sit there and watch ads. Sometimes you give feedback on the ads. This is Freecash. It's an app as well that you can get on your phone, I believe. And one of the things you can do there is go to earn, offer partners, time wall, and watch ads, and you will get paid for it. Another guy on YouTube I found made quite a bit of money from Freecash, although he might be doing some of that via referrals. But you can definitely earn $1 or $2 per hour, maybe even more, watching ads on apps like Freecash. Number 3, participate in online research studies. Bunch of different sites you can use for this. We keep an eye on those and rate them and update our ratings a few times per year. You can see a full list of them there. Respondent is a popular one, and you can basically go and find a bunch of paid research studies and try and qualify for them. As you can see here, seeking participants for mobile-based prototype test, 30 minutes. Bunch of different things like that that you can do and get paid for. By the way, I should say that all of these are free to sign up, so you're not going to have to pay to make money from any of these ways. If any of these type of sites ask you to pay first before you can start earning, you should rule those out. Just skip those sites. You shouldn't have to do that. Number 4, provide feedback on social media. This guy earned about $22 per hour giving feedback as a social media evaluator. So that's where they show you different social media posts and you give feedback on it. A company called Appen has a lot of those opportunities available, which should show up here. So creative writing, data collection, linguistic search evaluation. So this is where you're looking at search results and providing feedback. Social media here, social media evaluator in lots of different languages. Japan, Pakistan, India. I think they do sometimes have English ones as well. At the moment, they don't seem to. So that's another site where you can get paid to, and in this case, provide feedback on social media. Number 5, become a mock online juror. This is kind of a weird one, but there's a website called Online Verdict where you can basically be part of a virtual jury, and lawyers use this to test out their different arguments for cases that they're about to present to a real jury. And you can be part of a virtual jury that will give them feedback on how they do, and they'll be able to do better in the case because of that. This guy, Ahmed, I found him on YouTube. And again, I make sure all of these people I find on YouTube are in different places. I make sure to just test it out and see if they're actually legit, if their story makes sense. I'm not just going to believe everything I hear. So all of these results that I see, I've vetted them. I've just, passed them through my BS filter to make sure they make sense. So this guy, you don't get a lot of opportunities here, but he was able to make $150. I think if I go into the profile I wrote about him, how long did it take him to do that? It lasted about 4 hours. I got paid $150, so $37.50 an hour. So pretty good earnings there. Unfortunately, for something like this, you don't get a lot of opportunities. You can't just do this all day. There'll only be the occasional opportunity, but it's worth signing up for a site like that. And then when they do present you with an opportunity, it can be a nice and easy $150. Number 6, earn cashback rewards. This is basically getting paid to spend money, but it can be worthwhile if you use cashback offers for things you plan to buy anyway, like gas or groceries. For example, the Chase Freedom Unlimited credit card offers a $200 bonus if you spend $500 in the first 3 months, plus 1.5% cash back on purchases. I'm not an affiliate for Chase. I don't have a preference for that card. That was just an example that I've seen. A lot of credit cards will give you some kind of cash back like this. Here's an example of someone who has made a lot of money just by putting normal everyday expenses on his credit card. He's built up like $30,000. You can also earn rewards from shopping platforms like Rakuten, which offers up to 40% cash back at over 2,500 stores like Macy's, Old Navy, Apple, and Nike. So if you're going to buy something online anyway, it might be worth signing up to a site like Rakuten, see if you can buy through them, or getting a credit card that offers you cash back on your purchases. It can just be a nice way to get a little bit of money back, and it can add up to quite a substantial amount over time. Before we get into contests, the next type of online business, if you're finding this video helpful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Only takes a second, but it really helps me reach more people here on YouTube and grow the channel. Also, if you're looking for ways to make money online, then check out the free ebook I put out each month. This month's one is 35 business ideas for January 2025. They're all legit business ideas that I've researched and written up myself in the last few weeks, and you can download it for free via the link in the description. I put out a new version of that ebook each month, so even if you're watching this video long after I published it, click the link in the description and you can download the latest edition. All right, let's get into our next type of online business, which is contests. With these opportunities, you'll be competing with others online to win cash prizes, typically by providing a service to clients who pick the winners. You do the work up front and get paid if your performance is deemed good enough. So number 7, enter naming contests. So you can come up with a great name for a business on Atom and you'll get paid. So Atom right here is a website where you can enter contests where you come up with names for businesses. And if you are picked as the winner, you'll get paid. You can do the same here for branding contests on the same platform. So that's coming up with some branding and identity materials for different businesses. Prize money for those is also pretty good. So average prize money for the naming contest, $195, and the average prize money for branding contest, $202. The downside here is that there's usually a lot of people competing in these contests, so it can be quite hard to win. Number 9, enter design contests. Similar thing. If you have some web or graphic design skills, a design contest might be right up your alley. 99 Designs is the most famous site for design contests. You can see this person has earned $488 per contest won. We've profiled him. And then Design Crowd is a similar one where we've crunched the numbers there and looked at how much the average person wins in a contest, and it's $187. So that is contests. Wouldn't necessarily recommend this one because there can be so much competition and you can do the work and not end up making any money from it. But that is another option if you want to make money online. All right, let's get into level 2 here. Level 2, best for earning a living online when you're starting out, but hard to scale. So the first level 2 type of online business is a remote job. So it's like having a regular office job, but you can do it from anywhere, usually at home. We're all familiar with this now after the pandemic. So you'd be a full or part-time employee of a company working from your computer. Some remote jobs allow you a flexible schedule and freedom to travel, while others have strict work hours and or require you to live in a specific country or time zone. And you typically get paid a salary. So some examples of people with remote jobs, Chloe here, $130K a year as a remote engineer, a remote accountant. We had to estimate the salary because this information isn't always made public. And this lady, Alex, a remote implementation consultant, $85,000 a year annual salary. And yes, I know that a remote job is not really an online business, but I'm being kind of loose with that definition here just to show you all the different ways you can make money online. So first thing you can do if you're interested in a remote job is try and turn your current job into a remote job. If you work a regular office job, you may be able to negotiate a remote work agreement. Jake was able to do just that and now works from home instead of a cubicle as a remote customer success manager. Estimated salary, pretty broad range there, but he's likely making good money doing this from the comfort of his own home. And for tips on negotiating a remote work agreement with your current employer, see chapter 12 of the 4-Hour Workweek. There's a good guide in there for how to do that. Failing that, if you can't turn your current job into a remote job, find a remote job. So pretty much any job that can be done from an office can be done remotely these days, and you'll find plenty of remote job openings posted online. And we have a list here, the best remote job boards. We update this a few times per year where we crunch the numbers on 30 plus job boards. And at the moment, Indeed is our number 1 job board. We look at how many remote jobs they post each month, that kind of stuff. And you can go ahead and look through these different sites, and you should be able to find a remote job there if you just keep applying and persist. Moving on to the next type of online business, it's freelance. So we're still in level 2 here. As a freelancer or contractor, you'd be building and running your own business. You would use specific skills or training to provide an online service. Clients or agencies would pay you for your time and or output. You might hire other people to help you occasionally, but you'd be doing most of the work yourself. We'll talk about agencies later, which is kind of the evolution of a freelance business. If you don't want to get a remote job, freelancing is my number one recommendation to get started earning a living online. We will come back to that, but most people don't want to do freelancing because it's trading time for money. It's not as sexy as other passive income things. But in my experience, this is the most reliable way to start earning a good living online within a few weeks or months instead of years. Number 12 then is to start freelancing your existing skills. You probably already have skills you can freelance online. For example, if you're a good writer, you could try publishing articles on Medium, medium.com. That's a platform where they pay by the read time of people who publish articles on there. This guy made $5,000 a month doing just that, posting articles, writing and publishing original articles on Medium. If you have decent social skills and enjoy teaching, you could help people learn a language on italki. So this lady did that. She was teaching, what language was it? I think it was English and Chinese and English. The vast majority of her students seem to be Mandarin speakers who want to learn English. So she earns good money doing that, $40 per hour. And now she doesn't have a teaching certification. You don't have to have a teaching certification on italki, and you don't even have to speak a second language, because if you're just a native English speaker, you can just teach people English. If you're just a native Spanish speaker, you're probably not going to be watching this video because you would also speak English, so never mind. You can earn even more on italki if you do have a language teaching certification like TEFL. So generally speaking, people on italki, and let me show you italki by the way, people on this site that do have teaching qualifications, they can earn more. Not always the case, but you're generally going to earn a bit more with a qualification. This lady, Esther, she'd only been on there not that long. August 2021, so just over 3 years, and she taught almost 6,000 lessons since then, and she's charging at least $30 an hour, so I'm estimating her income there about $5,000 per month. She's a French and English teacher on italki. I can even show you her profile here. That's Esther's profile, so you can see how many lessons she's done. You can see how much she's charging, all that there. A lot of people could make money online doing this, teaching a language on italki. Moving on, you could start freelancing the same skills you used at your 9-to-5 job. For example, this lady picked up social media and graphic design and video editing skills in previous jobs, then earned good money with those same skills as a freelancer. So her name is Nalia Dawood, $40 per hour. Maybe I can show you her profile here. She has a video about it, actually, and her Upwork profile. I don't need to log in to see it. So you can see there how much she's done. I think when you log in, it'll tell you how much she's earned on there as well. So think about the skills you picked up from previous jobs. Perhaps you can go and freelance those on a platform like Upwork, which is where this lady is finding all her clients. To be clear, you will have to learn additional skills to become a successful freelancer, the skill of getting clients being the most crucial, but leveraging your existing skills can get you earning good money fast. And I have a link there to an article I wrote about how to find your first 3 freelance clients. Next, learn new skills that you can freelance. So don't worry if you don't have existing skills, you can learn new skills. It can be done faster than you might think, given how easy it is nowadays to learn new skills via inexpensive or even free online courses like on YouTube. A great example is this guy who taught himself video production on YouTube, then built and sold a 7-figure agency in 4 years. Started off freelancing as doing video production and ended up evolving that business into an agency and selling it for a nice chunk of money. Christy De Silva taught herself the ins and outs of 2 popular software tools and now earns good money as a freelance consultant. This is one of my favorite ways to make money online. And if I was starting over, I'd probably do something like this. So this lady, she basically learned how to use two popular software programs, Honeybook and ClickUp. I believe she got certified in those as well. Usually they all have free certifications, and went from earning $30 an hour as a virtual assistant to earning $300 per hour as a consultant to companies that want to make the most of this software. Speaking of consulting, I reckon one of the best opportunities nowadays is to become an automation consultant like these guys. Similar thing to Christy here, except it's not just specializing in one type of software. You're learning how to use lots of AI software, things like Zapier, Bubble, no-code, tools like that. And you're helping then businesses automate processes, become more efficient. And I've seen people like Mike Cardona here make very good money doing that. Sammy also makes a nice chunk of money doing that. And if I was to start over, I would definitely be looking at something like this, because I believe you can get to grips with these tools and become very helpful to clients within a very short space of time, especially if you're already somewhat tech savvy. Becoming a virtual assistant is one of the most common ways people start freelancing. Kate Christine confesses to being mostly self-taught as a VA and now earns a good income helping influencers. So she is a VA, a virtual assistant for influencers, helps them with all their social media postings, things like that. And in 1 month, she reported earning almost $10,000. So you can earn quite a bit of money doing that. To give a more extreme example of a self-taught freelancer, this hacker from Canada earns big money helping major companies improve their cybersecurity. So Eric Head, he's an ethical hacker on the hacking platform HackerOne. So companies can basically hire hackers there to battle test their security systems, and if they find any bugs, they get paid for it. Eric is, I believe, the highest earner on that platform and averages about $35,000 per month. And he is self-taught, so you could actually teach yourself to be pretty good at this stuff and earn a lot of money that way. Number 14, offer a productized service. A popular way to boost your freelance earnings is to offer a productized service. For example, Asan Sohail sells his business plan writing services as several products on Fiverr. Let's see if we can look at his Fiverr gig here quickly. There he is. So this is his gig. I would be a business plan writer for your startups, basic, standard, premium, charging quite a lot of money there. And he has hundreds of reviews, 4.9 stars, 2,400 orders completed. So he has made quite a chunk of money doing that. We estimate his revenue at 110,000, which is probably low. When you sell a productized service like Asan, each project you work on is quite similar, making it easier to optimize your workflow and thereby earn more money in less time. Fiverr is a great place to see lots of productized service examples. Pretty much every listing on there is a productized service. You can do similar on Etsy. This lady has productized her psychic reading service and has racked up 300,000 plus sales over the years. I actually bought her service. I wasn't impressed with it. I just wanted to test it out. But it just goes to show that you can kind of turn any kind of freelance service into a productized service nowadays. And she has earned millions, I believe, on Etsy doing this productized service. Number 15, work with groups. Another way to scale a freelance business is to offer the same service to a group of clients rather than working with each of them individually. Sarah Stewart started offering group coaching in addition to one-on-one coaching and was able to work with lots more clients. So she's a time management coach, a productivity coach, and it's only so much you can scale it if you're working one-on-one with people. But if you go to group coaching, you can actually make more money in less time. And she earns about $4,500 per month with her group coaching. And here's another good example, Devin Ricks, founder of Miss Devon's video game universe. This is a pretty cool business. This is on a platform called OutSchool, where a lot of people can teach different things there. And Miss Devon's video game universe, she basically provides a safe online space for kids to play and chat about video games with other kids. And she's earning $22,000 a month doing that. So that's a form of group freelancing, you could say. Instead of working with kids one-on-one, she's doing big groups and she can earn a lot more money that way. We're on to level 3. So we're climbing higher and higher on this mountain range. So level 3 businesses, they're easier to scale with higher income potential, but you usually need significant investment of time and or money up front. So the first level 3 business we're going to talk about, the first type, is an agency business. You can think of this as the evolution of a freelance business. As an agency, you would still have clients, but instead of doing all the work yourself, you'd build and manage a team to do the work. So the most common way we see agency businesses succeeding is it starts off as a freelance business and then becomes an agency business. It's how most agencies begin. Felix Norton here started off building a website for his dad and then one of his dad's friends. His business gradually evolved into a digital marketing agency, which now earns $110,000 per month. So very hard to earn that much as a freelancer, but with an agency you can. Obviously your expenses are going to be higher as well, but generally speaking, you're going to be taking home more money yourself at the end of the day if you can run a good agency business. Another example here is Joel Young went from freelance to agency with his animated explainer videos. So you can see there quite a substantial amount of money he's earning each month because he evolved into the agency model. Now you can also just dive straight into the agency model. That's number 17. This is likely a less viable path. Freelance first seems to be the norm, but it is doable. And an example here is James Sowers. He started out this way with his podcast repurposing agency. So they would take a podcast episode, and especially video podcasts, and break it up into clips for social media. And he would find paying clients for the service, then outsource the work to contractors. So he didn't start off doing freelance first. He put the team in place, found the clients, and is basically the orchestrator of the business from day one. So that's another thing you can try and do if you like the sound of the agency model. Next in level 3 is a referral business. With this kind of business, you're the middleman or woman connecting buyers and sellers. You are not the customer, nor do you ever own or provide the end product. You are the bridge between the two sides. You usually get paid a commission or finder's fee. So first example of this, number 18, is a niche website. So you can start a niche website. Niche websites focus on a specific topic and mainly generate income by referring visitors to third-party products and services via affiliate marketing and or display ads. For example, Hasib Alek drives traffic from a Facebook page to a niche website and monetizes with display ads. Now, he doesn't reveal what his site is, but we reviewed his story and it all seemed believable. So we featured him here as an example of how much money you can make from doing something like this. Obviously, there's going to be some expenses there, but he was making very good money doing that, probably still is. Here's a website, another niche site that I can actually show you the example here. So Letterboxed Answers Today. So this is a website that shows solutions to a popular newspaper word puzzle in the New York Times. And they make $5,000 plus per month in estimated monthly revenue. Instead of starting from scratch, let me get to that in a second. I want to show you this website. So this website gets a ton of traffic because this is a really popular game in the New York Times and people want to find the solutions. This website shows them the solutions, and you can see an ad here, an ad here, an ad at the bottom, an ad there. It's from those ads, when people click on them, there's another one, that they are making a good chunk of money. Instead of building a niche website from scratch, another option is to buy and grow an existing niche site. Here's an example of that, number 19. Tony here bought a tiny niche site, which I will show you, that now earns him a nice monthly income with little ongoing work. So his website is Jimple.com. It basically extracts metadata from your photos, find when and where the picture was taken, and you can remove that data as well. Really simple little website, and it's monetized there with display ads. We found an interview with Tony where he's talking about how much money the site earns, and he didn't actually build it from scratch himself. He bought that website from the original owner and now has a nice little pretty passive income stream. If you want to buy a niche website, you can look for them for sale on a marketplace like Flippa. There's a whole bunch of them on there. Number 20, try affiliate marketing without a website. So instead of building out a full niche website, some people find success promoting affiliate offers via paid ads or social media. This actually seems to be the most efficient way or the best way to do affiliate marketing nowadays. Affiliate marketing websites used to make a lot more money until recent Google updates. Now, the people I see making the most money as affiliate marketers are on social media. So a prime example is this lady on TikTok.
Hey babe, are you going to the movies? You don't look ready to go to the movies.
Oh, I'm really comfy in bed with my...
So from that one video, she's earned a ton of money. We've profiled her here where we talk about it, we broke it down. And this guy reckons she's earning $86,000 a month promoting different products, just household products, hair dryers, yoga mats, different things like that. But from one projector, that movie projector one you just saw, she generated $432,000 in sales in a 7-day period, which is just insane. That video basically went viral. And even crazier, she has only 15,000 followers on TikTok. So she doesn't have a massive following, but because things can go viral on TikTok, one of her videos popped off, earned her a ton of money, and she's probably earning a good income from all the rest of her videos as well. So as I write there, she shows off various products that you can buy via TikTok shop, earning a nice commission for every sale. 21, generate leads for local businesses. This is sometimes known as lead generation or rank and rent SEO. You would create a website that generates leads for local businesses and get paid per lead. For example, Ian Heck's website generates leads for dumpster rental companies. So his website is Dumpster Rental Enterprises. If you want to rent a dumpster, you would probably type dumpster rental near me into Google, and his website would show up pretty high there. And then you would book a dumpster rental through him. And the actual dumpster rental companies, so this guy is the middleman, he connects you to those companies, they pay Dumpster Rental Enterprises a commission for basically connecting you with them. So really, really good example of a middleman business right there. And there's loads of different ways you can do this for any kind of local services. There can be a website like Ian's that is making sure to connect the customer with the service provider. Next type of online business is resale. So we're still at level 3 advanced here. A resale business, it's another middleman business, but here the customer sees you as the owner of the product and they deal directly with you. You still don't create the products yourself, you buy and resell them, or you order from the creator or manufacturer on behalf of the customer. You make money by selling at a higher price than you buy. That is a resale business, and the classic example, the most famous type of resale business, is dropshipping. So looks like it's harder to succeed with dropshipping nowadays. This used to be all the rage several years ago. Everybody was getting into it. People were making a lot of money. Not so easy nowadays, but I do still find examples of people like Ben here making quite a bit of money from dropshipping. So it is still possible to make a lot of money this way. Your expenses are usually quite high, so your profit margin might not be that big, but you can still earn a good living doing this. 23, you can resell with Amazon FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon, that stands for. Lou Nguyen had great success with this, starting his business while still a medical student and building one store to $150,000 in monthly revenue in only 3 years. I believe we have, his profit margin is only 12,000. So when we profile people here, we try and highlight, if they're actually not earning quite a substantial amount in profits. So we try and always highlight that. So this guy is one example. He's earning 150K a month in revenue, but probably only about 12,000 a month in profit, which is pretty typical for these type of physical product e-commerce businesses, these Amazon businesses. So Lou uses a combination of Amazon FBA strategies. Retail arbitrage is where you actually go into real stores and try and find bargains there and then resell them online. Online arbitrage is doing the same thing, but trying to find your deals, your bargains online, buying those, then reselling. And wholesale, which is when you're buying directly from the manufacturer, from the factory, and buying in bulk, and then selling those items individually online and ultimately making a decent profit for yourself. We have lots more information there on Amazon FBA, and we've reviewed a bunch of Amazon FBA courses if you want to get into that line of work. So another type of resale business is reselling on eBay. Number 24. This guy has done this with clothing and electronics, sourcing items at local flea markets and garage sales. So it's a bit like what I said, retail arbitrage on Amazon. He's doing this on eBay, and he is doing clothing and electronics. I found a video where he breaks it down. He goes into all his operation there. Again, there's a bunch of people on YouTube that I find that just aren't believable. So I try and only feature guys like this, where I watch a bunch of his videos and it's like, yeah, he seems like the real deal. So 12,464 gross profit in 100 days. Pretty good. Of course, there is a significant offline component to this guy's business. He stores his items in a warehouse and ships to customers himself. So yeah, not everything here is going to be 100% online. I tried to keep most of these to be as online as possible, but there's definitely going to be some offline components to some of them. So be aware of that. I'll try and point it out whenever we come across a business that requires a bit of offline work. So these resale ones, if you're doing like retail arbitrage, for example, if you're going into local flea markets and garage sales, as they say in the States, then there's going to be a big offline component. Now we're getting back to purely online. So number 25, resell a digital product. How do you do that? So this guy, I thought this was fascinating. He finds classic literature with expired copyright, creates an original translation or annotations with AI tools. So you have to alter it in some way. And then he sells his version of the work on Amazon. Let me see if I can show you. Not a ton of money per month, but it's passive income. He set this up a few years ago. And here is one of the books he sold on Amazon, The Fairy Queen. And he basically did a full original text. So this was written in what, the 15th century, the 16th century, something like that, this text. So he put the original text in there, but then summaries of each chapter, canto, so you can easily understand what's going on. A full modern translation of the original text, making it easier never to understand. Translation because it's written in Old English. So he has an updated translation of modern English there too, so you can understand it. And he's done this with a bunch of different books, and he uses AI tools to do the translations and the summaries. So again, not a big amount of money he's earning each month, but it's a pretty cool little side hustle he has going on there. So that's how you resell a digital product. Number 26, flip domains, another resale business. Now, the glory days of domain flipping seem to be gone. Unless you have a time machine, you're not going to replicate the success of someone like Glenn Stokes. He bought the domain plants.com for dirt cheap in 1995 and sold it for a bundle 23 years later. So he sold it for almost $500,000. Nice going, Glenn. However, domain flippers like this guy show that it's still possible to flip domains for a respectable profit in a few months. I really like this guy's story because he bought his domain for nothing. So he bought a .co.uk domain. He found a registrar where you could buy the domain for free for the first year. And then he was able to flip it within a few months. Sold it 4 months later for $1,937. Now, he's only been able to do that 2 other times in 9 months. So not a massive amount of money, but pretty cool little side hustle there. And I was actually surprised that people are still making money doing this. So that is something you can still do. Flip domains. 27. How about flipping an entire website? It's more complex than flipping domains, obviously, but it can be a solid way to make money online if you have the right skills. Like Georgie here, who started his website in 2021, grew it to 300,000 visitors per month, then sold it 2 years later for 6 figures. I think it was some kind of personal development blog or something he had there. You could click through on the article and find the website and look into it more. That guy started his website from scratch, but it's also possible to buy and flip an existing website. So this guy, he started the website. And then this guy, Jake Ward, he bought a website, an existing website for $18,000. He saw potential in it, saw it was under monetized and felt he could grow it. So he did that and he grew it to an $88,000 valuation within a year and was making money from the website all along. Not sure if he ultimately sold the website, but he was talking about how he could have sold it for $88,000 within a year. So if you have some skills with web design, SEO, digital marketing, that sort of stuff, you might be able to find, a website that has a lot of potential that is not being fulfilled, make an offer, buy that website, improve it, flip it for a nice profit. Okay, that's it for resale businesses, and that's it for level 3. Now we're on to level 4. We're getting close to the top of the mountain. So level 4 businesses are even more scalable, they have even higher income potential, but they're also more complex, difficult, and expensive. So the first one we're going to talk about is an authority business. An authority business draws and holds attention online. They can monetize that attention in various ways. It's basically any business with a significant number of followers or subscribers. Think of influencers or experts providing entertainment, information, or inspiration to the point where people keep coming back for more. So that's the key thing there, is that it's not really one and done. They actually build an audience. In an authority business, the owner or brand is usually better known than any particular product or service they provide. And I'll give you a bunch of examples here. So number 28, you could start a podcast. So podcasts are an authority business. You might think you need millions of listeners to earn good money from a podcast, but there's guys here like Harry Duran with a super niche podcast. His is the Vertical Farming Podcast. Not even a farming podcast, but a vertical farming podcast. So super niche. And he earns $727 per episode with only 2,000 listeners. So making good money from a super niche podcast. And obviously, if you look at some big podcasts, probably your favorite podcasts are surely earning tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. So it's hard. It's a competitive space, obviously, but you can make a lot of money going this route if you're really into it and if you build up a big audience. Number 29, we finally get to one of the first things people think about when it comes to working online, the dream job online. A lot of people want to be YouTubers. So you could start a YouTube channel. And I believe the trick here is to focus on educational content. An example of Mary Spender, she earned almost $10,000 from this one guitar review video on her channel. Compare that to only $6,000 earned from 66 videos of her original music on her channel. So information content, educational content seems to be the way to go on YouTube if you want to make money. With entertainment content, you can still make a lot of money, but you have to reach a lot more people. Your videos have to get a lot more views. Now, you don't need a big channel to make good money on YouTube. Love this example of Connor Martin. He earned $1,000 from one deal despite having only 25 subscribers to his YouTube channel. And I go into exactly how he did that there. Basically did some outreach, did a deal with a company. You can read more about that yourself if you want to know more. That said, pure entertainment content can work on YouTube. For example, this lady, Kat Fogler, filmed herself reacting to horror movies and was earning about $2,000 a month within a couple of years. So not a lot of money. It's basically her watching horror movies like The Exorcist for the first time and screaming and reacting to it, and people seem to like it. So she gets thousands of views on each video, not earning a ton of money because it's an entertainment channel. If she was a educational channel, some sort of business-to-business education channel with the same amount of views, she'd probably be making a lot more money. But just goes to show that with entertainment stuff, you can still make a decent income. You can actually make a ton of money if you reach enough people. Sticking with YouTube, number 30, you could start a faceless YouTube channel if you do not want to show your face. You can still earn good money on YouTube with that. So I have some examples here. Police activity, all the videos on this channel, let me show it to you. They're all police body cam footage. I believe it's all footage that is publicly available. Public record police body cam footage. And the interesting thing about that channel, there's a video of just someone, a lot of it is kind of violent. So I tried to pick an example of, police doing something nice, helping this guy tie his tie. That channel has actually been demonetized by YouTube. So most YouTube channels, the main way they're making money is by ads on the channels, the native YouTube ads. But this channel got demonetized. I'm not even sure why. But they're still making about $10,000 a month. How are they doing that? They do it via Patreon and Amazon affiliate links. So there's a whole bunch of ways you can monetize a YouTube channel. And I really like that these guys found a way to keep making good money off it, even when they got demonetized from the typical way people make money there. Another example of a faceless YouTube channel, football creator. This guy breaks down how he makes money doing football highlight videos. So he shows how he doesn't get any copyright strikes, how he works around that, and doesn't ever show his face on camera, and earns quite a lot of money, $2,000 a month for, just sharing sports highlights. And this one video earned him $5,500. That's one of the examples he gives where he breaks all this down. All right, away from YouTube, become a social media influencer. If you can build up a big following on social media, you can probably earn a good income. This couple started asking people on the street how much money they make and posted their responses on TikTok. Actually, I'll show you their YouTube instead of TikTok so it won't autoplay on me. But basically, them just interviewing people on the street about how much money they make. And that really took off for them. Audience grew rapidly. Within a couple of years, they were pulling in $1 million in revenue mainly from partnerships with companies like Indeed and Capital One. So they probably didn't make that much money, even on their YouTube channel from native ads, but sponsorships, that's where they got big money. Building up an audience also allows you to jump on and monetize hot trends. So if you remember the Hawk Tua thing that happened a few months back, this couple, Blaine and Courtney Toller, have a pretty substantial following. Here is their Instagram, 292,000 followers. So they jumped on that Hawk Tua trend and they were selling Hawk Tua merch to their followers. And they, unofficial merch, they just went and got stuff printed up with, Hawk Tua written on it. And they made $45,000, or they sold $45,000 worth of merch within a week, which is pretty crazy. So the point there is if you have a big audience on social media, there's a bunch of different ways to leverage that to make good money. All right, another one where if you don't want to show your face, you can create an AI-generated social media influencer, like this person on Reddit who created 2 AI influencers models and monetized them via Patreon and FanView. So let me give you a quick look at these. These are a little bit not safe for work, so you might want to be careful here. I'm not even sure I want to show these, but here we go. Okay, there's no nudity there at least. These are AI generated. This is not a real woman. This is AI generated. And this guy on Reddit talked about how he basically made those and earned a good chunk of money within 30 days. That and another one, which I'll show you here. This is the other one. Okay. So you kind of become a digital pimp with this stuff because what you end up doing is selling nudes of these AI generated influencers. Apparently people like to pay for that stuff. So there you go. I wanted to cover all the ways of making money online, even some weird stuff. So that is definitely a weird one. And that's very doable now to create realistic looking people, influencers, with AI tools. Number 33, build an authority website. So an authority website is a website that is recognized as an authority on a certain topic. Here's an example, JetPunk. So this is a quiz website that's been around for many years. Well-established quiz site, earns a ton of money, 1.1 million estimated annual revenue. They earn money from, they have 2 million page views a day, monetization via premium membership and display ads. They estimated the revenue at 1.6 million a year, but I actually think it's a bit lower than that. Still quite a lot of money because they essentially became one of the top websites for their niche in the world. And to the winner go the spoils, so they're making a lot of money by dominating in that niche. So if there's a niche you're particularly interested in, know a lot about, you could try and create an authority website focused on that niche or like a sub-niche. Number 34, start a Telegram channel. So this lady has several Telegram channels in Russian and English. Her first and most profitable is about data analysis. She shares her experience and useful resources and monetizes with sponsored posts. So have a write-up on it here. I even have a link to our Telegram channel. I won't open it here, but you can go and check that out and see that it's pretty much like one-way communication, except people can comment on the posts. And yeah, we break down there how she's earning that much money from her Telegram channels. So you could become an authority via Telegram channel, build up an audience there, and monetize in different ways, but probably sponsored posts or selling your own products and services. Number 35, build a comparison website. This is a cool one, Keeb Finder. So this is a website that allows you to compare thousands of mechanical keyboards effortlessly. And it's just, comparing all these mechanical keyboards. And it's a pretty cool site. It's relatively new, and it's already earning about $2,000 per month, mainly doing that via affiliate links, I believe. Yeah, these are affiliate links. If you want to go and actually buy one of these, then they are going to earn a commission. So that's a pretty cool little comparison website, and we featured many more examples like that in our twice weekly newsletter. So if you get that ebook I mentioned earlier via the link in the description, you can also get on our newsletter, and we share examples like this twice a week. So you get loads and loads of examples of different ways people are making money online and how you can too. Number 36, build a database website. So one example is Trademarkia. It basically provides a much better user interface for all the publicly available data on the USPTO website, then sells a bunch of products and services related to that. Is that site going to load for me? No, it's not. But you can check that out. And another example is Oasis, an app website that reports on water quality. So it's basically a database that gives you all the information about different bottled water. And let me see if I can show you the contaminants in it, the ingredients and minerals. It's basically a database, but they've made it premium. So you have to sign up to actually access all this information, their full database. And this guy, Cormac, is earning $20,000 a month doing that. And I believe he's done that within a year. So, these type of websites can really take off if you find the right niche. Number 37, start an email newsletter. Email newsletters are an add-on for many websites, but they can also be the main event. Jess Campbell's newsletter helps nonprofits make money via email. So this is her newsletter, not just her newsletter. Join today. Where's the newsletter itself? Here's how. She's a funding shop. She monetizes in a bunch of different ways. Subscribe to the Boon newsletter. I think there's supposed to be a subscribe form there that's not loading for me at the moment. But basically, super niche newsletter. And she's earning a great income, $400,000 a year, despite having only 4,000 subscribers. So you don't need a massive audience to do this. You just need your subscribers to see you as an authority in that space, and you can make quite a good chunk of money. Another example is this guy. He started a newsletter about the UK construction industry. He got a $13,000 sponsorship right out of the gate. Here's his website and newsletter. Sign up for newsletter there. And we break down here how he got that sponsorship as well, if you want more information. Moving on, the next type of online business is digital products business. So with this kind of business, you'd be creating and offering a digital product, not a service. Think information products or self-hosted software. You'd sell the product directly to the customer, usually for a one-time fee, or make money via ads, donations, that kind of thing. So you don't have to sell the product itself. You can actually monetize it in different ways. So, classic example, write and sell an ebook. It's still possible to make money online this way. This guy earns most of his income from ebooks related to software development. I'll try not to go into too many details here because this video is getting very long. Another example, AI generated ebooks. So you can go and see that example there. That's an estimate of someone who generated ebooks with AI and was selling them on Etsy and making a good chunk of money. So you can definitely still make money selling ebooks. Create and sell printables. This lady earns a nice income by selling private label rights templates and printables on Etsy and her website. Show you those quickly. These are the kind of things she sells on Etsy. Oh, taking a short break. Okay. But you can see their digital products on here. There we go. Minimalist dated calendar, Christmas cookie platter, holiday cocktail infusion, etc. So these are all printables that they're selling, and she's making a pretty decent income from that. Number 40, create and sell an online course. So this lady started off freelancing her marketing skills, evolved her business into an agency, and then into an online course for digital marketing assistance. By the way, we often see a kind of progression like that, especially when you're getting into the higher levels here. These people didn't just dive straight on into those higher levels. They didn't go climb one of the highest peaks right away. They usually started off on a lower peak. So in this case, freelancing, then evolved into an agency. So she went from level 2 to level 3. And now she's here on level 4 with an online course for digital marketing assistance and earning a nice chunk of money doing that. Similar story for this guy. Started off running a real estate media business, spending several years taking photos and videos of real estate properties for estate agents. Then he started teaching others how to do the same thing and has earned millions from his online courses. So that's often what we see with an online courses. Somebody figures out how to do something well. Often it's related to something work related, some kind of profession, and then they teach other people how to do it, and they end up making a lot more money teaching than they ever did doing. Number 41, create and sell a game. So this guy from France proves that you can make a decent living as an independent game developer. And these stories are kind of the exception. These are like indie game developers. See if I can show you his game. This game on Steam. There we go. Decline drops. So a lot of people try and build games like this, and not a lot of them make money, but some people are still having success with it. This guy did pretty well. And then this guy, Jonas from Germany, he is doing extremely well. 1.5 million revenue in 2 months. Now, he's not the only person running that business. I think he has a co-founder, a partner as well. But still, you can make a lot of money doing this. It can just be quite hard because it's so competitive. And again, that's why we're at level 4 here. As we get to level 4, these tend to get harder. Create and sell templates. Lots of ways you can do this. This guy sells Notion templates with a service upgrade. So Notion is, how would I even describe it? Really popular software now. Kind of like a mix of Google Docs and Google Sheets, if you don't already know. And you can use templates in there. And a lot of people create and sell templates for Notion. This guy made a nice bit of money selling those templates and also a service upgrade. This website makes a killing with Microsoft Excel templates. They have a Christmas sale going on. Let me just see if I can... Wow, why is it so big? Anyway, they have a load of spreadsheet templates here. Budget tracker, that kind of stuff. And they earn a whole load of money selling those. $190,000 per month. And recently I've seen people doing well by creating and selling Framer templates. So Framer is like a web development software. And a lot of people are starting to do templates, sell templates for Framer, which they often do on the Framer marketplace website. So they don't actually have to go and find people to buy these. They just list them on the marketplace and making good money. So Tibor here is one of a few people we've profiled recently in my newsletter that are making pretty good money by creating and selling Framer templates, because Framer is just growing more and more popular, and a lot of people are riding those coattails. It's like a piggyback business where you see a certain platform doing well and you figure out if you can create templates for it or provide consulting services, something like that. So you're riding that wave. 43, build a mobile app. So you're probably familiar with this idea already. This is a gamified productivity app. Forest has more than 2 million paying users, estimated $100,000 per month in revenue. And then there's this iPad game for dogs. Yes, it is a game that your dog or your cat can play. I won't show you a video of it now because I don't want to spend too much time here. But there's just a bunch of different ways you can make money from mobile apps. Again, we're on level 4, so this is by no means easy, but it's doable. Build a niche app. Paperback is a comic reading app for iOS created by a kid in Pakistan and monetized via Patreon. That's about as niche as it gets. A super niche app that earns a decent income. I mean, this guy in Pakistan, it's a comic reading app for iOS. I mean, how niche can you get? But he's earning a really good income there, especially for Pakistan. Build an extension or plugin. The idea here is to piggyback on an already popular software like Google's Chrome browser or WordPress. And this chap earns some nice passive income from 2 simple Chrome extensions. And I won't get into what those are, but you can dive deeper on that if you want. Chrome extensions, a lot of people make good money from those. And this guy has made 21,000 sales of his WordPress plugin. I will show you that since I have it linked here for WordPress. And he's helping people make better WordPress forms. Sells that plugin $30 a pop. He's made an estimated $400,000 a month from that one, or $400,000 total from that one plugin. So lots of money to be made there as well. Create and sell music or audio. This guy went from $0 to $20,000 a month creating and selling beats online. Now, I profiled him a few years back now, and I note here that those days may be coming to an end because AI-generated music is taking over the industry, but people are still finding ways to monetize. So I found this TikTok channel, which you can look at yourself, but it's basically a channel that just shows AI-generated music, and yeah, they're monetizing via streaming royalties. So you can still make money selling music or audio, even in the age of AI. 47, create and sell photos or videos. You can do this on stock photo and video websites, but it seems to be a tough way to earn money nowadays. This guy, one of the best examples I could find, and he has thousands of photos for sale on stock photo sites. He's been doing this for years and years and years. Unfortunately, his average monthly revenue only seems to be about $750, and he aims for $1,000 a month, but that's just been getting tougher and tougher. Again, AI stuff. AI has something to do with that. So probably not the best business to get into nowadays, but if you really love creating photos or videos, it could be a nice little side income for you if you put all your stuff up on these stock photo and video websites and earn a little bit of money anytime somebody wants to use your stuff. All right, we have reached the top of the mountain, level 5. So this is the most complex, difficult, expensive, but the rewards here can be massive. So these types of businesses, pretty tough, but let's go through them anyway. You might get some ideas from it. So the first type in this level is a physical product. So with this kind of business, you would produce physical goods or get them produced to spec, then sell them via an online store or marketplace. Of course, most physical product businesses are not 100% online, but the ideas and examples listed in this section all have a significant online component. So first example, start a print-on-demand business. This is something of a hybrid of digital and physical products. You would create a design or artwork that would be printed onto physical goods, t-shirts, mugs, whatever, before being shipped to the customer. Third-party service like Printful or Merch by Amazon would handle the printing, packaging, and shipping. Packing and shipping. And here's an Etsy store earning good money. I should really close these tabs. They're earning good money by selling prints of old art pieces with expired copyright. So in this case, they're not even making these images. They're finding old images, old art pieces that have expired copyright, and they're selling them here on Etsy, and they're earning an estimated $17,000 per month doing that. Now, you could also do your own original artwork. A lot of people do that with t-shirts, clever slogans, graphics on t-shirts, on mugs, whatever. So that is another way you could do it. Number 49, create and sell a private label product. To create a private label product, you would find a manufacturer who already produces something similar and have them produce a slight variation for you. Add some good branding and marketing to the mix and you're off to the races. Good example of this is Spencer Hawes. He loved thin pillows, but couldn't find any he liked. So he found a manufacturer in Alibaba. He got a bunch of samples and ended up earning $1 million overall. Made a nice monthly profit from the business and then ended up selling it. So that's a private label product. You basically put your own little spin on something that already exists. So it's not too hard for a factory to make your variation. And then you would add in some branding and marketing and make money selling that product. 50, sell your arts and crafts online. This is often done as a side hustle. Good example here. This Slovenian programmer creates and sells handmade busts of influential people via an Etsy store. I really want to show you this one. Look at that. Marcus Aurelius, Nietzsche, Albert Camus, love his book, The Stranger, Winston Churchill, Ayrton Senna. So he's crafting those, and it's kind of hard to scale, but it's a physical product business. I guess he could scale it if he just kind of went the factory route with this, but he seems to be happy enough doing this more as like an art hobby and still earning good income from it each month. Next thing you could do, mass produce your own physical product. Catherine Lavery from Ireland, my country, is the creator of the Self Journal, a physical notebook that sold a ton of units before Catherine eventually sold the business itself for $45 million. Insane. So here's her journal. You might have seen something like this. I think there's been a lot of copycats here. But she created that years and years ago and made a lot of money and made even more money than selling the business. Next, create and sell customized physical products. So Karen here proves that this can be big business. She was doing customized jewelry, 1 million annual revenue. Another example is this stone carver who creates gravestones for pets. So this is a bit like an art and crafts business as well, but customized. So any type of customization there can actually be a nice distinction in a physical products business. And that guy is earning $200,000 per year with those gravestones for pets. 53, crowdfund your physical product. You can do this via sites like Kickstarter and Indiegogo. You'll see some big success stories on those sites. Companies doing slick campaigns and raising millions. But small creators like Becca here are also doing well. She's run several campaigns, which I will show you. So selling a little journal, a couple of journals, a pin, a keyring set, a flip phone pin, and even a plushy toy here. So she put all those on Kickstarter, had a small audience, and was able to raise enough money to fund the initial production of products like those. She raised about 2x her target amount over the years, giving her confidence that there's demand for her products before she invests much time and money. So that can be a pretty safe way to actually create a physical product, because you're not putting in a ton of money up front before you actually test the market. 54, start a subscription box business. Subscription boxes come in all shapes and sizes. And this is one of my favorite examples, is subscription box for cats. So what's in each subscription box? Toys, treats, the box. So cats love boxes, right? An added bonus for your fur baby to sit in. If I fits, I sits. So love that. I think they only started a year or two ago, already earning $30,000 a month recurring revenue. So I'd say they probably have decent expenses in this business, because physical products, usually your expenses are going to be higher than any kind of digital product or service. Where am I? Think about a subscription box service you wish existed. How about creating it yourself? So I hope as we're going through these, you're thinking about different ways you could use these ideas, a different spin you could put on it. I hope it's inspiring some ideas for you. On to the next type of online business, and that is cloud service. And look, I've cleaned up all my open tabs. Hooray. So cloud service, we're still talking level 5 here. With this kind of online business, you would own some software infrastructure or platform and give people continuous access to it via the cloud. You'd monetize by charging an access fee, selling ad space, selling user data, that kind of thing. Most popular version of this is software as a service, SaaS. And I'd argue it's the most accessible kind of cloud service business. So I'll share mainly SaaS examples in this section. There's also platform as a service, and there's another one as well, I think. But when it comes to a cloud service business, it's mostly SaaS stuff we're dealing with here. So first thing you can do with this type of online business is build AI-powered software. So every software business worth its salt seems to have some kind of AI built into it nowadays. Anime Genius is one example, an AI-powered anime generator that allows users to create anime-style artwork in minutes. Is that page going to load for me? No, it's not, but you can check it out yourself. $12,000 a month monthly revenue. I think that was within, a year of launching. Another category here, another type is productivity software. Software that helps people be more productive or efficient is a good recipe for success. Example is this flashcard app. This guy built it to help students study. He actually built it for himself as a student, and AI is built into that as well, of course, because it kind of has to be now. $27,000 a month in revenue. Pretty damn good. Now, if you're not a coder, don't worry, because you can build software without coding nowadays. You no longer need to be a programmer to build software. You can use no-code tools like this guy did. His app is for writing cover letters. Yeah, it's an app for writing cover letters for job applications. This guy, Ken Savage, he has a site called JobMate, which helps people apply for jobs online. And he built that with no-code tools as well, earning $4,000 a month. Build a hosting business. So traditional web hosting companies fit here, but a more relatable example would be TinyHost, a service that lets you upload static files and quickly turns them into a live website. That's what that looks like. And he's earning $5,000 a month doing that. So that's kind of the platform as a service example I was talking about, rather than software as a service, although I guess it's kind of a mix of both. Build collaboration software. I'm just giving you all these different categories here to show you lots of different examples. So this lady's software helps teams come together, slides with friends. It's slide style quiz and trivia games, but you can join in like it's a Zoom call. $40,000 a month, pretty good. Sports software. I think there's a lot of opportunity here with all these different niche sports that are gaining popularity nowadays, like paddle and what's the other one? I think paddle is the Spanish version. That racket game, you probably know the one I'm talking about. Live Tourney is an app that lets golf courses organize tournaments and track scores. So there we go. I think they even have a really big competitor, but they do quite well. Just starting out, they were able to find customers and earn a decent amount of revenue, and they're probably just going to grow from there. Elite Hoops lets players and coaches share plays and drills. There is Elite Hoops, right? An app for basketball, $3,000 monthly revenue. So I think there's loads more opportunity in that space, and we've shown a load more examples and opportunities in our twice weekly newsletter. Click the link in the description, sign up for that if you want more of this stuff. Number 61, build freemium software. So Marie Martins is the co-founder of Tally. It's a form builder app she launched with her partner. You can use a free version or pay a subscription for premium features. So that's just an example of someone, they basically give their product away for free, at least a basic version of it, and then you have to pay if you want the premium stuff. And that's worked out really well for them in an extremely competitive industry. They've been able to carve out a nice niche there and are making a ton of money. Build embeddable software. FAQ Widget is a tool that can be embedded in any website, leverages AI to create FAQ sections in a few clicks, and started earning a decent income right out of the gate. $1,000 plus revenue in 7 days, very early on. Piggyback software. Software built on existing popular software or an existing popular platform. So an example of that is AI to SQL. It had a specialized layer to ChatGPT to basically help people, help people create SQL queries. If you're familiar with databases and coding and stuff, you probably know what that is. But the main point there is that it's a layer on top of existing software, popular software, which in this case is ChatGPT. Another example, uplisting, software that plugs into sites like Airbnb and Booking.com to keep all your bookings and availability in sync. So that's for people who are like Airbnb hosts, Booking.com hosts who list their properties on those platforms. This guy found a way to piggyback on popular software like that and make a ton of money. 64, build niche software. How's this for niche? Buena is a property management software for the German-speaking market. Now they're adding 1 million euros in annual recurring revenue every 12 days. So they are growing fast despite being super niche. And whenever I see that, I'm like, someone could probably do that exact thing in a different market. So instead of the German-speaking market, you could probably do well with this in the French-speaking market, Spanish-speaking market, etc. Another example is ClinicSense, a software platform that helps health and wealth practitioners run their businesses. All right, so any kind of profession probably needs specialist niche software that's customized for their specific use case. And we've seen tons of examples of businesses making a lot of money by focusing on those niches. 65, buy and flip a software business. This guy did that a couple of times. So Deepak, one software business wasn't monetized when he acquired it, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, he earned like $35,000 in profit within a year or two, I believe, just buying software that he felt could be improved and was under monetized. And then he improved it, improved the monetization or added monetization, I believe in one case, and ended up making a nice bit of money doing that. So that is another option if you're into the software business stuff, if you want to give that a go, and you can click through and actually see his software. We have them linked there in his profile. Moving on to the next type of online business is a marketplace. So this is again level 5. We're at the top of the mountain here. Marketplace business, think of it as the evolution of a referral business, if you remember that one from earlier. You'd own an app or website that makes it easier for buyers and sellers to meet each other. Many marketplaces monetize by taking a cut of each transaction or by charging for membership or listings. Classic example of a marketplace business is a job board. It's the most common type, and we've seen lots of people having success here by focusing on specific niches. So this guy, he did a job board focusing on jobs related to AI and was very quickly, actually not very quickly, it took him a while because it can be a bit of a grind building a job board, but he got to $5,000 a month from that and another job board. Peter Askew is the guy behind this ranching job board. So if you want to work on a ranch, then this is the website to go to. Been around for quite a while now, and this guy loves this, as he calls it, the ultimate side hustle, and it's earned him hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years. And then there's the concept of a reverse job board, where usually it's candidates going on there and looking at job listings and applying. This flips that, and candidates can actually list their profiles, and companies then can browse those profiles and make job offers to those candidates. So the reverse job board for Rails developers. So there could be a reverse job board for all types of different niches if you want to get into that. Different type of marketplace is a physical products marketplace. So there's some big ones you've definitely heard of: Amazon, eBay, Etsy. This is when you order physical products on there. Those websites are marketplaces connecting the sellers of those physical products to you, the buyer. So again, this is level 5, so it's quite difficult to build this type of business, but you can see people getting into it in different niches and being successful, like Boom and Bucket, a marketplace for heavy equipment like cranes and bulldozers, launched in 2020, and it has grown rapidly to the point where it's now making $188 million in annual revenue. If you're not into the physical products, you could do a digital products marketplace. Famous marketplaces that mainly sell digital items: Code Canyon, Gumroad, Udemy. And I love this example. Paul Edelman, he was a public school teacher, had the idea for Teachers Pay Teachers, a site that lets teachers buy and sell educational resources like lesson plans, worksheets, printables, etc. This is Teachers Pay Teachers. If you're a teacher yourself, you could actually create digital products and list them on here and make money. We've profiled a few people that have done that, and I believe they have a few teachers who have made millions selling their resources on here. But we're focused here on the marketplace itself. So the founder of that, I'm not sure if he actually still owns it, but the marketplace he started has earns at least $10 million a year in revenue. It could actually be 10x that. I try to be conservative with these estimates, or at least realistic. So he's done very well out of that business, and he spends most of his time now woodworking. So I think he's done pretty good. 69, start a services marketplace. Similar to a job board, but this is another way to think of it. Good example is Simply Eloped, a site that connects couples with venues and vendors for elopements or small weddings. So here we go, Simply Eloped. I think you get the idea there. You can check that out yourself if you want. So yeah, services marketplace, a bit like a job board, but think of what kind of services people need. Can you help connect them to the service providers? And then you would have a service marketplace. Number 70, build a directory website. An example of that, Hive Index. It's a directory of online communities. So basically a marketplace that connects communities with potential members of those communities. This is a really well done site actually. And this is something if you wanted to start your own directory website, this would be a good one to study and try and emulate. Obviously focus on some kind of different niche, but I think they do a really good job here. And this was early on, a few months ago, earning $1,500 a month in revenue, mainly from site sponsorships, but I could see them growing a lot in the coming years. Another example of a marketplace site, classic example really, I guess, is dating website or app. So there's some famous ones of those I'm sure you've heard of, like Tinder, Bumble, etc. But I believe if you were going to start something like this, the trick would be to go niche. And I love this example. It's a Muslim dating app in Somalia that doesn't actually have great reviews, but we profiled it and the estimate is $10,000 a month that it's making. So go niche, I guess, if you're going to start something like this. Moving on to the next type of online business is a social network. With this kind of business, you provide an online platform that people would use to build social connections with others who share, you get the idea. Usually several monetization options for a social network business. Most of the well-known social networks, Facebook, Reddit, X, are essentially big message boards monetized with ads. So within a social network here, a few different examples for you. You create a free online forum. Yeah, there used to be thousands of these online, not so many of them anymore. I think people used to make a good income from these, but big social media sites like Reddit and Facebook groups have since replaced them all. So I give you the example here of Reddit, which is basically the dominant player now when it comes to free online forums. Made $348 million in a recent quarter, and I think it was their first profitable quarter ever. So they haven't actually made a lot of money over the years, even though they dominate in this space. And unfortunately, there's currently no reliable way to monetize your own subreddit. I looked into that. Like, could these guys who used to own all these niche forums, could they actually just switch over to their own subreddit and monetize? Not yet. That might be coming, but as of right now, it might still be possible to eke out a living by starting a free online forum, but I couldn't really find any examples of people earning good money this way anymore. I wanted to mention it because it may again become a viable way to make money online, especially if Reddit lets you monetize subreddits, which they have talked about. But yeah, right now this isn't a great one. You can start a Facebook group. So this way you can actually make money. Here's an example. Dave Smith grew his own social network, this Facebook group, Audience and Influence. So it's a bit meta because he's actually teaching people how to get paying clients from Facebook, and then he's monetizing that via his own paid training. So he has his own kind of little social network within an existing social network, and he's made 1.9 million revenue over 3 or 4 years, I believe. So you can monetize a Facebook group. You can start a paid community. So School is a popular platform for this nowadays. Alberto here has a paid community on School that helps insurance agents increase their revenue. And last I checked, that community had about 400 members and it was earning, a lot of money per month. Where did I open it up? Here we go. He has more members now, 406 members paying him. Can I see? Oh, membership pending. I mean, it is a paid group, so I'm not sure how exactly you pay for it. But anyway, he was he's on the leaderboard in School and is making a ton of money with a paid community. You don't have to use School for that. There's loads of platforms, but that was just one of the more interesting examples, especially because he's so niche, helping insurance agents increase their revenue. All right, I said this video would cover 73 ways to make money online. I've already given you 74, and I'm going to give you 15 more. This is level X. It's the final level in my framework. And as I wrote here, take extra caution with the opportunities below. You typically need a lot of time, money, or luck to succeed with any of them. And many aren't even considered businesses in the traditional sense, but I'm including them to be thorough. So these are the misfits, level X. And you're going to need, it's like flying a hot air balloon to the top of a mountain. You're going to need quite a bit of luck or time to land on top of the mountain if you go this route. So first one we'll get into is trading. With trading, you'd be trying to profit from financial markets using short-term strategies. Popular type of trading, everyone's heard of it, day trading or swing trading. Day trading is buying and selling stocks within a few minutes or hours. You will find the occasional success story here, like this guy, Ross Cameron, found a video where he's making $15,000 in profit in 20 days. There's a lot of charlatans in this industry, but this guy seems legit, seems trustworthy. So that's why I've shown him as an example. Then there's swing trading, where you buy and sell stocks over the course of a few days. Some people have success with this as well. I found this guy who made $9,000 profit in a week. However, the largest studies done on short-term trading show that you're unlikely to earn any money this way. And these guys will even tell you that. Like the legit YouTubers in this space will tell you that their results are not typical. And we did up a profile here of Tommy Trader, who is representative of the typical trader. He's probably not going to earn any money. Forex trading. Here you'd be buying and selling currencies online, e.g. US dollars or euros, aiming to sell for more than you buy so you can earn a profit. Example of someone who's done well with that, looked at a bunch of his videos, does seem legit, has made a lot of money doing it. But again, he's quite exceptional, it seems. Crypto trading, 77. This is like Forex, except you'd be trading cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum instead of traditional currencies. Craig Percoso is one of the few regular crypto traders I've seen doing well. 1.7 million in revenue. But I'm sure you've seen, there's way more examples of people who've lost a ton of money trying to trade crypto. So he is exceptional. Investing. This is the next type of online business. Again, I'm using the word business loosely there. But here we're talking about investing money in digital assets or financial markets for the long term. Think months, years, or even decades. So this isn't going to make you a lot of money in a hurry. You can profit if the value of your investment increases enough over time, or if you invest in successful companies that pay dividends. So first example here, buy and hold. This guy, Ronald Reed, classic example of someone buying and holding investments for a long time. He never earned much money. He worked as a gas station attendant and janitor, but regularly invested in stocks and lived frugally. When he died at age 92, people were shocked to discover he'd amassed an $8 million portfolio. A little bit of a shame that he never really spent much of that money while he was alive, but that's an example of, if you can buy and hold investments for a long time, you can make a lot of money. Next is robo-advisors. Robo-advisors are automated investment services. You set your investment goals and risk tolerance and let the algorithms do the rest. Popular robo-advisors include Betterment and Wealthfront. This guy invested $64,000 over 8 years and earned a nice return. So $64,000 invested, earned $28,000. Again, it's over 8 years. Break it down per year. It's not a lot, and there's some ups and downs in there. But if you're willing to be patient, I guess robo-advisors can be a decent way to, increase your whatever chunk of money you have there that you just want to leave sit somewhere for a while. Number 80, dividend income. Lanny below has bought shares in scores of businesses over the years. Thanks to the regular dividends earned from those investments, he and his wife earn a nice passive income each year. $45,000 annual dividend income. I believe he goes into his net worth, him and his wife, it's something like 1.99 million, almost $2 million. So if you have $2 million, I don't think all that's invested in dividends, but probably over $1 million is, and they earn a nice annual dividend income from that, about $4,000 per month. Alternative investments, 81. Online platforms like Fundrise let you invest small amounts in real estate projects and earn returns. This is Fundrise. I believe it didn't do great in 2024, but In the long run, this tends to do well, I believe. And then there is Kick Further. So that is where you can finance inventory for e-commerce startups. And this guy put 20,000 in and had a balance of $27,000 3 years later. Again, you're not seeing a lot of money here in a short space of time. Usually takes years and years for this to become any kind of substantial return. This guy, his return was 11.67% per year. Moving on to the next type of online business here in Level X Wildcard, it's esports. So esports is playing electronic games for money. You would usually compete with other people in organized tournaments. For the purposes of this article, we're only interested in esports that are played online, so not in big arenas packed with spectators, because there are a lot of those nowadays. But we're looking at, for example, number 82, online video game tournaments. Found this guy recently, 17 years old, Peter Kata, known as Peter Bot. He is probably the top earning Fortnite player in the world. So you can actually see his winnings online and offline. And about half of his winnings this year, 2024, have come from online tournaments. So literally hundreds of thousands of dollars playing Fortnite online, which is insane. Again, though, he's exceptional. This is why this is Level X, is because most people who are going to play video games and even pour a ton of time into playing video games are not going to earn much money. 83, playing poker online. Poker pros like João Vieira seem well capable of winning big in online tournaments. So I found him a few years ago, recently went and checked his recent winnings. And yeah, he's making still good money from in-person tournaments, but also from online poker tournaments. So you can make money playing poker online, but you probably will not. Again, we're on Level X here, so anything goes. 84, playing chess online. Chess grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura, who's actually American despite that name, has done nicely, earning almost $1 million from online chess tournaments alone. And he actually makes money in a bunch of different ways, from like Twitch, from YouTube. He's built up a big audience. So he's done a really good job of monetizing his chess expertise and celebrity. And we estimate he's earning at least $35,000 per month from all those income streams. But he's also making money from online chess tournaments. Next type of online business, betting. By betting, I mean placing a wager on a certain outcome and winning money if your prediction proves correct. This is similar to gambling, that's below, but it's not purely based on luck. Your skill, knowledge, or ability can influence whether you win or lose, sometimes significantly. So I'm making a distinction here between betting and gambling, which hopefully makes sense from that explanation. But sports betting. So you can get a bit of an edge there. A lot of people do this as a hobby, but people like this guy, Frank, he's a professional sports bettor. And again, there's a lot of charlatans in this industry, but he actually seems to make at least $100,000 a year doing this. And he breaks it all down on YouTube. And I went and found his videos, and he shows his spreadsheets and everything. So he does seem legit, and he's not making outrageous claims. So that's probably, something realistic to aim for if you really wanted to get into this, but it sounded like it took him years to get to that point. Number 86, bet on yourself. So at Healthy Wage, you can bet money that you'll reach your weight loss goal. You win the bet and they'll pay you a cash prize. So this is someone, Mariana, who lost 81 pounds in 14 months and she won $11,000. And her story is on Healthy Wage. This is the site. And there's her story. So there's a bunch of success stories like that. So that can be, if you want to lose weight, or if you want to go on a diet, there's a similar site for that. Or if you want to do a certain amount of steps in a day, there's a site for that where you can actually bet on yourself to hit certain goals. And if you can prove that you hit those goals, you can actually make a bit of money. So that can be a nice way to make money betting. But again, you can lose money easily that way. So you need to be careful. Let's move on to gambling in Level X Wildcard. I believe this is almost the last one. This is the second last type of online business, is gambling. So gambling, playing games of chance for money. You can't influence the results. They're totally random. You pay to play and get paid if you win. So that's the difference between gambling and betting. Betting, you usually have some influence over the results in that you can study up, you can have some sort of edge. With gambling, you usually don't have any kind of edge. Now, I know some people say sports gambling and sports betting interchangeably, but I'm making the distinction here. And of course, this can be really, really dangerous. In some ways, it's the worst of the addictions because there's no limit to how much money you can really lose. So if you have a gambling problem, I have a page there on how to stop gambling. So, be very, very careful with betting and gambling. But to give you some examples here, again, promise to cover all the different ways to make money online. So online lottery is certainly one. Apparently you're more likely to get struck by lightning than you are to win the lottery. But, we do see success stories like this lady winning 21 million playing the lotto online. And that was via a site called The Lotter, which is actually the best online lottery site we found. So we've reviewed a whole bunch of these, spent a bunch of hours, bought tickets ourselves, and we have a list there of the best online lottery sites. So you can actually use a site like The Lotter to play, say, a European jackpot lottery, even if you're in the US, or vice versa. Online casino games is number 88. Here we're talking about playing games like slots and roulette online. Most likely you lose money playing these kinds of games. This lady is one of the few believable examples I've found of someone winning big playing online slots. So again, you don't really have any influence on this. You just go on an app or a website and you're pressing buttons and they might occasionally throw you a bone and you win some money, but most likely you're going to lose money doing this. And this lady is an exception, and she actually won some money playing in an online casino. Let's move on to our last type of online business, which is multi-level marketing. Again, this isn't what I'm recommending, but I wanted to be thorough. I wanted to cover everything. So with this type of online business, you'd be a salesperson for an MLM company that sells physical or digital products. You'd make money by selling the company's products, but the big earnings come from recruiting other salespeople and getting a percentage of their sales, then a percentage of sales from the people you recruit, and so on down the line. Often referred to as a pyramid scheme. I believe there's actually a slight distinction between multi-level marketing and pyramid schemes, but a lot of similarities too. So this is our last way to make money online, is to become a multi-level marketer. I say here right away, actually best not do that. You can find the occasional MLM success story like this one. Eric Johnson, found him recently, reporting $16,000 of monthly income. But he notes that he has 200,000 people on his team. So that's below him in the MLM structure, which means all of them, 200,000 people who are also in this MLM business, none of them are earning $16,000 a month because he's on top of all of them. So it just goes to show, like, he's 1 in 200,000 people who's earning that much money. So the success rate here is extremely low. And the only people really making money are the people who get in early and are very good at convincing others to sign up and earn less money than them. But aside from that, every study I've seen on MLMs, and I've seen quite a few, they show that the average participant earns very little money. And so we have a little profile here that shows what kind of earnings you can expect if you join an MLM. 67 cents per hour, average hourly earnings. And I have a breakdown here of a bunch of different studies and what they show about MLM. And there's been a bunch of them. It's just not a good way to go, folks. Okay, we've reached the end of all the different ways of making money online. Now, to wrap this up, let's talk about the best way to make money online. So, let me clearly map out the most reliable path for you to build a successful online business. This comes not only from my own experience, but also from the experience of thousands of people I've worked or corresponded with over the years. By the way, I've been working online myself for 14, coming on 15 years now. So I've been doing this a long, long time, and I've been able to earn a good living over the years doing this. It's helped me travel the world, live in loads of different countries, and now work from home for many, many years. So this is what I would recommend. This is the path of least resistance, the path I've seen work best for most people, so it's likely to work well for you. Step 1, get your income flowing consistently with a level 2 online business. Level 2. So level 2, as I said before, best for earning a living online when you're starting out, but hard to scale. There was 2 types of business in level 2. That was becoming a freelancer or getting a remote job. So those are the quickest and easiest ways to earn a living online, and you can even do a bit of both at the same time. Step 2, as you gain experience, increase your rate and reduce your hours. So whether you're a freelancer or you have a remote job, try and increase your rate or your salary and reduce your hours. You want to get to the point where you only have to work 15 to 20 hours per week at most and earn enough in that time to cover all your expenses and have some money left over. Step 3, once you get to that point, once you get to this point here, you're free. Now you're earning a comfortable living working part-time hours, and you can spend all your free time off traveling the world and having loads of mad adventures. That's what I did initially. I have a little video there of my experience traveling the world that you might want to check out. Or you can spend your free time building a level 3 to 5 online business, because those are businesses worth building. Yes, they are more challenging, and yes, they take more time to get off the ground, which is why I don't recommend trying any of them right out of the gate. But if you're anything like me, you won't want to play the entrepreneurial video game on easy mode forever. So easy mode is basically freelancing or a remote job. But, if you're really into online business, you don't want to play the game on easy mode forever. Or maybe you do, and that's fine. So think of remote work and freelancing as stepping stones, albeit very important stepping stones, but stepping stones nonetheless, to bigger and better online business models. You start small, make things easier on yourself, get some money flowing, free up your time, gain some experience, and then move on to the big leagues. So that is why I recommend freelancing or a remote job if you want to start earning a living online within the next few weeks or months, not years. And that is it for the video. A quick reminder to download my free ebook via the link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, I know you will love that ebook. I put out a new edition every month full of legit business ideas that I've researched and written up myself. So click the link in the description and grab your copy for free. Thanks for watching. Comments welcome as always.